Welcome, welcome, welcome. So nice to be with all of you. Yeah, it's good to see you. For any Catholics or Christians in this group, today, as you know, is Ash Wednesday. And Ash Wednesday, it's an interesting holiday. My wife was asking me, well, what is this about? This Ash Wednesday thing. And the experience of Ash Wednesday, the celebration of it, is very similar to the celebration of meditation. So during this day, during this season of 40 days, it's a time of going inward and reflecting on oneself. And the way it's been taught in the modern world is Ash Wednesday is a time when you're supposed to give up something. And so if you're a little kid, you might give up candy, and if you're an adult, you might give up coffee or something like this. But to me, God doesn't care if we eat candy or drink coffee. What God wants to know is, are you connected to your heart? Are you connected to your divinity? One time my teacher, he was with his teacher on Ash Wednesday, and she looked at him and said, what are you going to give up? And he said something silly like coffee. And she said something beautiful to him. She said, why don't you give up your big fat ego? And I always thought that was such a great thing to surrender, our big fat egos. If we bring that a little bit more, close to home, I invite you to look at yourself and your egoic nature, and where it is you lie to yourself or deceive yourself, where you live out of alignment with truth. And again, please, this is in no way an exercise in judgment, but rather an opportunity to recognize how beautiful you are, how good you are, how divine you are. In the Catholic tradition, it's about the realization of Christ consciousness. That all of us here are sons and daughters of the Most High. It wasn't just Jesus who was the Son of God, but all of us are children of the Creator. And one of the greatest ways we lie in this world is not lying to steal something or something like that. We lie in the sense that we forget who we are on a daily basis. And I invite you, as we move into spring, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, as we move into spring, let spring be a time of reminding you who you are, coming alive again, coming in connection with your beauty and your divinity. As the Buddha said, your innate goodness, your radiance and your luminosity. And so in meditation is a time to let go of what you are not. And a time to rediscover, reconnect, to step into and claim who you are. It's so beautiful. If you haven't already, please close your eyes and join me in the silent beauty of the heart. Inviting the breath to be soft and open and relaxed. So just breathing in and breathing out, letting go of any stress, any heaviness, any weight. Stress is something that tricks us into believing that we are an animal, through our nervous system just getting so amped up. And so in this moment, let us breathe deeply, relax fully, and unwind, unravel. Give ourselves full permission to let go of any fight, any struggle, any confusion. To breathe deeply and fully to the lower belly, the hara. Again, letting go of any thoughts, any struggle, any fight with life. Gently acknowledging this quiet, tender radiance in the space of the heart. Sometimes we forget this inner beauty. We run here and there in life, or we've gotten beaten up by life. Inviting awareness to rest. The tenderness. The innocence. Gentle, radiant love. Of the heart. Inviting the muscles of the face to soften. Back of the skull. Many of us hold ourselves back, or kind of resist or clench in the jaw and the throat, the neck, the shoulders. So letting go there. Letting go of any emotional pain behind the heart, in front of the heart, the chest. Melting. To the silent, radiant, open-heartedness of this moment. For those of you in this group who tend to wear a coat of armor around your heart, how about you surrender that in this season of Lent? Opening, opening, opening. No walls, no defensiveness. Letting yourself receive the beauty, the radiance, the goodness that you are. And the beauty, the goodness, the radiance that is showing up as grace this day. Softening, melting, shedding any armor. This requires that there's a total willingness to breathe deeply and fully, and a willingness to feel, to receive, to experience without judgment, without walls. Yes. And you just let it flow. Let it all flow, my dear. It's okay. There's room here. There's room here for it all. All of your human self. All the pain you've carried. There's room here for it to unravel. To empty out of you. So we surrender our pain, our confusion, our sadness, our heartache, our anger, our resentment. We surrender it all. As we do so, we begin to wake up to this fact that we are not originally bad, but we are originally good, originally divine. What you are is a brilliant light, a vast, tender heart. So with each breath, deepening, deepening, deepening. Softening, opening more fully in the solar plexus, the hara, the lower belly, pelvis. As you let go in the lower belly, the pelvis, the solar plexus, you may find yourself feeling more rooted, more grounded, a quiet sense of inner strength, stability. Softening here, getting established in true nature so that you are not at the mercy of the passing winds of ego, or the exterior world. Feeling yourself rooted. This quiet depth of being. Throughout the entirety of the body, we notice this immense radiance, light, Christ-like brilliance. Begin to feel yourself as a deep, profound column of light, love, radiance. So I ask you, what do you know yourself to be? An egoic being, an animal being, a human being, or a divine being? Can you open yourself to this immense radiance? divinity that you are. Can you open further? This love, this light, this spaciousness. Some of you, you're too concentrated in the mind. Let awareness spread out to be sky-like. Deepen, open in the space of the heart. Radiant light. Christ-like love and freedom. Inviting the entire nervous system fully open to relax. To receive this immense love, light. quiet strength. And again, for those of you who feel a concentration of light in the third eye in the mind, expand your awareness in a horizontal plane. Open your throat and your heart more fully. The intensity will balance and integrate. So I gently invite you to open your crown chakra. Begin to receive a heavenly grace. We begin to notice these waves of light gently pouring down through the crown. So we are surrendered and receptive. Grace of the Holy Mother. Softening in the throat chakra as grace begins to descend through the crown, the third eye, the throat, to the space of the heart. With the force and a light this day This feels like it could take your breath away. Open and receive this gift. For this light, this glory, this divinity is here on your behalf. Let it enter you deeply. It's love, light, grace. The Divine Mother is here to nurture you, to lift you up, to give you strength, to flood your beautiful heart with light. And some of you have some emotional pain. It's blocking the heart. Please surrender this too. No reason to put anything between you and the Divine Mother. Let this grace penetrate your being. Let go of any old pain, grief, sadness, heartache, judgment. This love, this light is here for you this day. Softening further. Deepening, opening. Softening more fully in the solar plexus, the hara, the pelvis. Are you awake to your vast, spacious mind? Are you awake to this radiant, loving heart? Are you rooted in the depth of your divinity? Letting go more fully in the pelvis, the hips, the legs, the feet. Welcoming this descent of grace, pouring down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, overflowing the space of the heart, pouring forth to the solar plexus, the hara, the pelvis, the legs, the feet, the arms, the hands. Immense radiant light, Christ-like love, compassion. If you are sensitive, you may notice this supreme sweetness. Very sweet, gentle, heavenly grace. Beginning to pour forth into your being. And again, I ask you, will you join me in receiving? may begin to notice that this light showing up with a substance, a weight. It's inviting you to fully receive, to take this divinity on. To know it is the direct experience of your true nature. Deepening, deepening, deepening in the heart. And again, if it gets to be too much, too intense, just allow your consciousness to spread out horizontally. Just love this light, this radiance. It is your birthright. Feeling your feet on the earth, the hara, the spine, the pelvis rooted. softening, opening further to the fullness of what you are. Immense light, love, heavenly grace. Radiating in all directions. For what you are is good, is divine, radiant and beautiful. Love, sweet love. Vast, immense freedom without end. Inviting this love, this light to shine out and offer a special blessing to the people of Ukraine. May their land be held in peace, light, and love. May they be given strength to go forward, walking in the direction of truth. We invite the Russian army and leadership to reconnect with their hearts, to lay down the weapons of war. May leadership shift within Russia. May a new day dawn. Day of light, of love, of peace, and of unity. We invite this love to shine out throughout Europe, throughout our world. May peace triumph in this realm. Love, light, peace, heavenly strength. And so nice to be with each of you. Go forth, shining your hearts in this most beautiful world. Hopefully I'll be seeing some of you later this evening.